TK, where the fuck you at?
Somebody just walk right up to you and say, hey, you being disobedient. Who are you talking to? Right? So if you see yourself and you actually have a true confession of faith, you believe is true, right? I want you to do one thing. Is there at least a seed of obedience? It's heart check time. Because I don't know where you sit. We got the wheat and the tare in the same room. Only something working in your soul that's saying, I gotta live right. I gotta love. I gotta forgive. I gotta be generous. I gotta serve. I just can't be wallowing in the ways of darkness. Is there something moving on the inside?
That brother token. Every now and again, you feel me? I go like a week or a month, no cut, straight grind, and we just get here. Okay? This shows progress in locking in. But that's besides the point. A lot of the time with Faith Fighter, I like to do research because not only am I going on my own journey, you know what I'm saying, with the Lord, but I wanna be somebody I can look up to in that light. I want y'all to find y'all relationship with God as well. But not only that, I want y'all to be able to find y'all way to God and to Jesus Christ through my manga. I can't make a manga about the Lord and have powers and make it make sense if I don't understand the Bible, if I don't understand the Lord, if I can't, you know what I'm saying? It don't make sense. That's like me if I try to make a manga and his powers about Muslim or like, you know what I'm saying, Muslim powers. I have no education in that field. So therefore, how would that work? So on this Sunday morning, you feel me? I'm not even finna sit here and lie to y'all like I'm some, you feel me? Oh, I always do this at 6 o'clock in the morning. No, feel me? I just decided to turn this on this morning and I feel like he was saying some really real things and I feel like we need to hear that. A lot of times, like I said, like when I listen to these sermons or different, you know what I'm saying, if I'm reading or if I hear something, a lot of time I get ideas from that and it helps me brainstorm ideas for Faith Fighter. Now, although I did kind of yap in the beginning of this video, in this video, I will be answering y'all questions that y'all asked me a few videos back. So let's get that started. Okay, so I got like the comments right here. We finna just read them off, answer them. I'm gonna answer them to the best of my abilities. Okay, so Duck's Luck asked, any certain themes you're focusing on in your story? Certain themes, that is a good question. I know this is kind of a broad statement, but I kind of want to focus on trauma. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like, especially in the Christian community and people who need God, it is so much hurt people, and they need to understand that it is okay to be hurt, and that because you're hurt, you're not the only one that's been hurt before, and there are people not only in heaven but on this earth who that love you and can appreciate you. You know what I mean? And to kind of go with that, we as humans a lot of the time are very ungrateful with our life. We sit there and we say, well, you know what I'm saying, oh, I don't have enough or I need more. And there's people out there who go through crazy things. And I want to kind of shine light on that, and that people who go through crazy things can always be redeemed. They can always be saved. They can always be loved. They can always be forgiven. That's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, where my mind went when I heard that question. To answer your question on a more narrow scale, there will be themes of romance. There will be themes of action. Themes of, when I say action, I mean more like fight scenes and stuff like that. Themes of, damn, I'm gonna have to look up what theme, like all themes here. You feel me? Okay, so I have a list here of the certain themes that, you know what I'm saying, like ooh, Lord. I have a list of themes here, and they go like this: friendship, determination, the hero's journey, and in the darkness, more mature. Oh, in the darkness, more mature stories, and The consequences of war or the part man, part monster concept. I believe that, like I already said, romance is definitely a big role. Action, of course. I would add friendship and camaraderie for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would say more friendship and brotherhood for the specific of my story. I'm reading what I'm off of reading this, determination and growth. Characters often face intense challenges, training and personal development, fostering resilience. I would say that is a theme that I am going to take on in my story 100%. It says the hero's journey, a structured narrative following a protagonist's growth, struggle, and ultimate victory. I would definitely say yes, because, you know what I'm saying, Shaw is definitely somebody who, you know what I'm saying, is fighting for the greater good, but I don't think it's like, oh, I'm the hero, I'm gonna save the day type of story. I I don't know, I have to get back to that one. The second one, or the next one after that, is Consequences of War and Darkness. Exploration of trauma and the human cost of conflict as seen as Attack on Titan. That is exactly what I'm going for. That one right there, Consequences of War and Darkness. Yes. 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 Because I want my story to, like, I don't want my story to be like a lot of other stories where, you know what I'm saying, oh, there's a demon in my belly, there's a demon in me, or there's like I have a demon friend and blase blase. Or I fought the demon, he's my friend now. No. Don't get me wrong, there are great stories that tell this story, like that have this theme and story. But I find it corny now because it's like we do that shit so repetitively. Like there's so many different, like, you know what I'm saying, different variations or versions of that, and I don't want to see it. On top of that, I don't have no demons in me, and nobody who watch me finna have no demons in me. None of my characters finna have no demons in me. That's why I made it to where Shaw has Jesus in him. I ain't gonna lie, and we gonna get into that too, but let me finish answering your question. God versus evil magical girl, the battle between light and dark, often involving magical powers and as fond and magical girl genre. I'm bugging. Not necessarily. I wouldn't say that one. Part man, part monster. A thematic focus on characters struggling with monstrous elements, often seen in Ooh, Lord. The next one, morality and adversity. Lord have mercy. Deeper, often darker themes than explored human conditions. I would say yeah. I would say yeah. Now, off of listing those, I think that kind of answers your question, and I hope it does. Let's move on to the next question. Next question comes from Ray of Panic. Thank you for commenting. This is what they said. What they said was, oh, wow, I really like your art style. Thank you. I have to double check them. And don't worry much about storytelling skills. It gets better with practice. And for the questions, where... For some odd reason, it's not some odd reason. I'm running out of storage, okay? So, for that being said, switch to the iPad, comments on the phone. We just did a little switcheroo. Let's get back to it. So, boom. Like I said, okay, Ray of Panic. I have to read this one more time. Oh, wow. I really liked your... This is kind of pissing me off because, like, for y'all, I've only read it, like, twice. For me, I read this shit, like, 5 times. Through. Oh, wow. I really liked your art style. Thank you for the 15th time. And don't worry much about storytelling skills. It'll get better with practice. And for the question, where will we be able to read after you finish? And what will we expect from the manga? Lord have mercy. Okay. Like I said last time, right? This is like a genjutsu or something. I told y'all, I was like, I'm not sure. You know what? I'm speaking in the past tense. I think that I was going to put my manga on Mind Creator Plus because that's where everybody else does it. Besides that, I have no idea. If y'all have recommendations or, you know, anything that you prefer me to, I'm okay with taking recommendations. I don't mind you suggesting where you want me to put my manga. If anything, it helps me broaden my pattern. Broaden, broaden. I was going to also do like the Corey Kenshin method and like make my own website just so I can have the rights to everything, and not only that, but like maybe even make money off of it. But that was a hard maybe, like a hard, like maybe even the hardest maybe. Um, what else did you ask? And what to expect from the manga? Okay, so what to expect? That's a great question. Um, wow. So, what to expect on y'all's part? I would love to not only come on here with character designs. That's one thing. I want that to be a video. But what to expect? I think the story is going to be so, like, I think people are gonna think like, oh, it's just gonna be like some action shit on some like, you know how JJK fans are, like, we don't give a fuck about dialogue, we just want to see fights. I think that's how people think I am, and then when the story comes out, they'll be like, oh, this has some real deep shit going on. Like, that's what I want it to be. That's what I expect it to be like. And also, I want, what else do I want? The expectation for um the characters, I want them to all be individuals. And what I mean by that is, a lot of the time, you know, we sum these characters up in certain, you know, certain, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, for example, you got the nerd, the pretty schoolgirl, the old weird creepy guy. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to have their own identity in this story. Um, you asked a great question. I don't know how to break this down. I expect great fight scenes. Like, I want to have crazy fight scenes, like crazy choreography and all that type of stuff. Um, my art still is not in the best form, and that's because I've been slacking. If I'm being real, I've been slacking on content because I've been trying. I'm finna no. I'm finna yap. So just let me ride. I have been not focused as much on art and manga because I've been focused on real life. Recently been trying to get a job. I feel like the Lord is, and I'm being real. I feel like it gets to a point where I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like personally, the Lord wants me to continue on my art, and it will take me places. Because I feel like when I've worked on trying to get a job, I be feeling like I'm so distracted. And if I do get that job, I will be distracted. So I prayed. I literally said, like, if you want me to have this job, get it. Like, I'm gonna have it in the next few days. Blase, blase. But if you don't, if it's not meant for me, I won't get a call back. I won't get an email. I won't get nothing back. Right. And I just really do think that my art, and not only my art, but, you know what I'm saying, this manga is meant to be made, is meant to be told as a story, and is meant to be read by the consumer, the people who need to read it. So I know I just got off track right there, but I expect greatness from this story, and I expect y'all to really read in between the lines, like really take y'all time and really understand what I'm putting on these pages, because I haven't really worked on Faith Fighters in a while. I've been working on my one shot for this contest. And once the contest is over, or I get that one shot done, I'm putting my all into writing this story out. And the reason why I say it is because Faith Fighter has been rewritten so many times due to the fact that I feel like I can do better. And then not only that, but I haven't stuck to one story, and I get so excited and I start drawing. That's not acceptable. So I will put my all into writing this story. I will put my all into writing the best story. And I'm gonna keep a bug. Even if it comes down to the point where I have to pull a one, and I write this story out, and I need somebody to draw this shit for me, although that probably won't be the deal. I'll probably, you know what I'm saying, draw it myself. But I'm just saying, if I have to pull a Corey Kenshin and pay people to do this shit for me, this story will get done by any means possible, any means necessary. I need this story out in the world, and I need people to read it. Do you understand me? Yeah, I feel like, honestly, I have high hopes for this manga. I have high hopes that the world will, like, the world needs to hear this shit, because it's like, you really think about stories. Stories change people's lives. Stories change people's hearts, their motivations, and what they look forward to in life. And I need that to be what Faith Fighter is. Like, I need, like, with JJK, people, like, these stories make people feel wanted. It makes them feel a certain type of way. When people read it, when the people read Faith Fighter, I want them to feel as if they are okay, they are wanted, they are loved, they are all these things. And you know what I'm saying? I want them to feel. That's what I want. I want them to feel, and that's what it's gonna be. Point blank, period.